Hey guys, welcome to our next tutorial, that is Java Array Part 2. In this tutorial, we will study about how we can declare one-dimensional array, and we will start with a two-dimensional array in that. So here if we see, we have declared a single dimensional array which has length 3, and here length 3 means 1, 2, 3. So the first one we have assigned the value as 1. Alright, so here if we print G, which is the array object, and 1, which is at position 0, means the first position, then can anyone guess what would be the output for G and for G0? So let's see that first. Okay, let me comment that. Okay, so here if we run it, then we can see the output comes is for this statement, this is 1, because we have initialized at 0th position value 1, so we get 1. And for this line, which is the object, array object, we are getting this object value. So here if you remember, in the last tutorial we have studied like every object is associated with a class, and array is also associated with the class. So here we have defined int array, so it is associated with start bracket I. So here we have start bracket I with at the rate, and we have this hex code with this. So this is the value we get if we are printing the object associated with the array. Alright guys, and now the second thing is I need to discuss is, instead of initialize this way, like first initialize this, put the value into it, the length, and then initialize one by one the index and corresponding value, we can directly assign this statement like, so int array cc equal to 1 2 3. So here the length is 3, so it will do the same thing in one statement. All right, so this is the another way so we can do it. So here if I can run this, so you can see the result. So here this print 1 2 3. Alright guys, so this is all about one dimensional. We will cover more thing in later tutorials. So let's now move to two-dimensional array. So the two-dimensional array is kind of a matrix where we have x cross x matrix. So here how we can actually declare two-dimensional array. So these are the 6 way we can declare it. So first int bracket x. So here we are actually declaring the array with the data type, then with the variable, post variable, then after the variable, then one with data type and one with variable after that, and similarly like this. So these are the way we can actually declare two-dimensional array, and all of these are correct. Alright, but the best way is the first one. Like we have mentioned in the earlier tutorial as well, always declare the brackets with the data type, not with the variable, because if you declare that with the variable, it will lead a lot of confusion. Alright, okay. So now let's move next. So okay, so here if I declare like this, so what is the size of the array for f and g? Because this is only one, so we have one dimensional. All right, so f is g, f and g is equal to 1. Now if I have declared like this, then f is equal to 2, because 1 plus 1 2, and for g we have only one value that is coming from here only. All right, and for this, here one bracket coming from here and one from here, so f equal to 2, and for g one is coming from here and one from here, so g equal to 2. All right, and here what is the value of f and g? One coming from here and one coming from here, so f equal to 2. So here whenever we are declaring the brackets before the variable, so it is counted for all the variables after that separated by comma. All right, so this bracket is count for g as well, so g values also become 2. All right, so here one bracket here, one bracket here, so f equal to 2. Now this bracket is also count for g as well, so now g will become 3, one this, one this, and one this. Okay, and now for this, so this is guys the invalid statement. So if I remove this, so you can find this, so this is invalid statement. We can define the brackets only once before the variables, not twice. All right, guys. So, this is some of the question, probably asked in the exam or interview can ask you by writing this and ask whether that is a right syntax or not. All right. Now, we have discussed like in the last tutorial that there is a memory problem, memory wastage problem in the array. So if you have defined like length of 10,000, and if you only consumed two space, then the 998 spaces are waste. So for that we have discussed like we can use array in arrays. Okay, arrays in the array. All right. So how we can accomplish this? So for example, so suppose we have this two-dimensional array. So where we have started, this is 2. So this first position is actually pointed to this array, which is of length 2. And this second index is pointed to this array, which is of which is of length 3. All right. So here, so, okay. So this is the arrays in array concept. Let me walk through that again. So this is the suppose a two-dimensional array. So the first index is actually pointed to another array which has the two length, and the second index is actually pointed to another array which has the total length of 3. Okay, so now let's move here. Okay, so suppose we have declare two-dimensional array like this. So where we have the base is equal to 2, and we have not defined the second bracket, so that is fine. So what we have do, like, so for this first index it has length 2 and the second index has length 3, so that we defined here. So first one pointed to 2 length of array and the second one pointed to 3 length of array, like this. All right, so you can, I hope you can understand what is arrays in array concept. Okay, so now let's play some game here. So I have defined like this. Okay, 2 is to 3 array. So what would be the value if I print like this? So if I print this bb, then I print b first index, then bb first index, and then again first index, the second array which is pointed by this first index. So if I run it, let's see what would be the answer. Okay, so here we can see after this at the rate. So this is the first one. So we know that this is the multi-dimensional, the two-dimensional array, and this is the reference point. So it would return start bracket I, because this is two-dimensional, so we have two start bracket, then at the rate hexacode that we have studied already. Then this is the first index. So this is the first index, so this is again there is no value, and it is pointing to a reference variable. So here it comes out like this, start bracket I. And now, so if we have not assigned any value to the variable, then it's automatically assigned to 0. So here the third one is 0. All right, guys, thank you.